Chicago Fire might be shuffling the cast again, and here's why it's a real head-scratcher. Okay, Chicago Fire fans, let's chat. That season 13 final. It wrapped things up pretty neatly, right? We finally got the full scoop on Chief Pascal, clearing his name and giving us some much-needed closure. Herman made a big call about his career, passing the lieutenant torch to his buddy Mouch. And after all that heartbreak with the adoption, Kid and Severide got the best news ever. A stellar-eyed baby is on the way. These endings definitely left us buzzing for what's next. But here's the thing. The final also hinted at some major changes coming to Firehouse 51 in Season 14, and honestly, it's got us a little worried. A shifting Firehouse. Who's staying and who's going? So, we know for sure that Jake Lockett's Carver and Daniel Kiri's Ritter are heading out. Carver's exit seems pretty clear. He's off to Denver. Hey, NBC, maybe a Denver Fire spin-off. Ritter's departure is still a mystery, which only adds to the suspense. But wait, there's more. There's a real chance Violet, Hanako Greensmith, might follow Carver to Denver, especially after that epic, long-awaited kiss. Plus, with all the talk of budget cuts and layoffs within the show's storyline, it's anyone's guess who else might be on the chopping block. Throw in the possibility of old faces returning to fill spots, and it looks like we're in for yet another cast reshuffle. And let's be real, Chicago Fire has had its fair share of these, and it's starting to feel like a recurring pattern that doesn't quite hit the mark. Unfinished business. Storylines hanging in the balance. One of the biggest issues with these departures is that Carver and Ritter are currently smack dab in the middle of some seriously engaging storylines that now have to be cut short. Think about it. Violet and Carver's romance literally just took off in the final. With his departure, it's highly unlikely we'll get the satisfying conclusion to their story that we've been rooting for. If Carver's gone from the get-go next season, Violet is left heartbroken, or she's torn between staying at Firehouse 51 or following him. The first option just feels a bit cruel, and the second. We've already been there, done that with the drawn-out, though ultimately rewarding, union of Matthew and Sylvie. Violet and Carver's potential couldn't possibly top that. Then there's Ritter. His storyline with Novak, where he reluctantly invited her to move in, is brand new and full of untapped potential. We could have seen a hilarious, odd couple situation, or watched Ritter grapple with his decision to let go of his solitude. But now, all that potential is likely going to waste. We don't even know how Ritter will be written out. Will he move away like Carver, or will it be something more tragic? Either way, it's the loss of what could have been that's truly disappointing, no matter how the show proceeds. The new character curse, and why it's tough to get invested. Let's be honest, the fact that Carver and Ritter are the ones leaving highlights a bigger problem. It feels like Chicago Fire is constantly getting rid of its newer characters. Ritter joined in Season 7, and Carver in Season 11. In the grand scheme of things, they're relatively new to the One Chicago universe, and should have tons of stories left to explore. Yet, they're the ones being shown the door instead of long-standing characters like Severide or Herman. We know those characters inside and out. We've followed their journeys for 13 seasons. If any of them were written out, there'd be an uproar. Just look at the fan reaction when Chief Bowden left. But by consistently sacrificing newer characters, Chicago Fire has unintentionally created a culture where it's hard for us viewers to truly connect with them. There's now this underlying assumption that new characters aren't going to stick around for the long haul. Are we really that upset about Carver leaving, or are we more worried that he might take Violet with him? Chances are, he'll become a name only the most dedicated One Chicago fans will remember, leaving behind little lasting impact. This makes us, the audience, hesitant to invest our emotions. And if characters who've left before come back, while a return would be welcome, how truly invested can we be in a second go-around when they've already exited once? Finding the right balance. Lessons from Grey's Anatomy. Ultimately, The issue isn't the cast reshuffling itself. It's the frequency, the timing, and most importantly, who it's happening to. The showrunners of Chicago Fire could really learn a thing or two from a series that has mastered cast changes over its 21 seasons, Grey's Anatomy.